There's no point in being grown up if you can't be childish sometimes.
I've got to say it, by the way, I never thought I would see the day where we were pulling out a K1 robot in complete form, because B&M have just announced the latest Doctor Who action figure set, which is going to be What is up, everyone, and welcome back to another Doctor Who video here on my channel. In today's video, of course, we're taking a look at the K1 robot figure set with the 4th Doctor, of course, from the story Robot from 1974. So this set has only just hit the shelves at our B&M stores across the country. So if you're looking at tracking this set down, now is the time to go out looking for it. Now, of course, this set was scheduled for release, I believe, back in December, and then that got pushed to January, which in turn has turned into February. But like they say, all good things come to those of us that wait. Now, for anyone who has not seen my videos before, the reason for me having two of these sets is pretty simple, really. I like to have one displayed in its packaging, you know, mint and sealed and all that, but I also like the idea of displaying these figures loose. Alas, I am one of those collectors that has to spend more money because I like to do things twice, I guess. So yeah, it's pretty expensive, but nonetheless, these sets are definitely affordable. They retail at only $19.99. Okay, so before I go ahead and open one of these sets, I need to find out which one it is I'm going to open, and I've already made that decision off camera because this one here, there's a problem. Can you see it? So the K1 robot is supposed to be, apparently, holding the gun in his arm, in his hand, but he is not. And you can see in this one, he is. So therefore, that one is going to stay sealed, and this one is going to be the one that I open. So let's go ahead and get this bad boy open. Now, if we take a look around the box, the first thing you may notice, that I certainly did, was how small this set actually is. I was expecting this set to be in a box kind of similar to the Doctor and TARDIS boxes, but yeah, it's really slimline. I love it, actually. I quite like the idea of having more big sets like this, but in smaller boxes. I think that's really nice. Of course, we know all about the design on the outside of the box. We do have a little blurb there about the story Robot, which, spoiler alert if you haven't already seen it, is Tom Baker's very first Doctor Who story. And it's a good one. It really is. Check it out if you haven't already seen it. So let's take a look inside of this magnificent set, and I'll give you my thoughts. The best way to open sets like this, in my opinion, is from the bottom, because then you don't disturb the sellotape at the top, and I guess you can reuse the box and pretend it's been sealed. Although, of course, we will be opening this set up from the inside and ripping all the bits of string out. But there we go. See, it opens up just like this, and then very carefully you can slide the set out just like so. Now, as with many of these sets now, it does come with a pretty awesome backdrop display. Now, this one is pretty simple. It is just basically a brick wall. It doesn't get much more simple than that. And there is also a keep out sign you can just about make out in the corner, and there's a few shadows and stuff like that, but I don't see any Easter eggs in here. But I could be wrong, I could be blind. Let me know in the comments down below if you found any Easter eggs in there. And I'm not talking about chocolate ones. I have loads of those already. They're only £1 in Tesco's. Anyway, I digress. So yeah, here is the set in question. Already I can tell this is gonna be one of the best sets of this year, and we're only in February, so that's saying something right there. Let's open it up. I've got to say it, by the way, I never thought I would see the day where we were pulling out a K1 robot in complete form. Of course, you may already have a very similar figure to this one in the original Wave 1 Collect and Build set, but of course this one, it's already been built. I just never thought it would ever happen like this, but hey ho. Right then, so first impressions. If you've never had a K1 robot, either the original or indeed this release, I'm going to tell you right now, it is an absolute get ass to stand up. And I've done it first time, which is incredible, purely by a stroke of luck. This set also comes, of course, with a brand new version of... I just lost my voice. A brand new version of the Fourth Doctor as well. And we will take a look at him first, of course, because he's the Doctor. So I was going to go ahead and do a comparison shot of this figure compared to his counterpart from Wave 1. But unfortunately, for some unknown reason, I've misplaced him, which is really annoying. But anyway, I do have this, of course, which is the brand new figure. And I can remember some differences, of course. The main difference is the jacket here is a much brighter red than the original kind of browner color, and I think it is really nice. It absolutely pops. The design on the waistcoat here along with the neck scarf is also a new addition, which is incredible. The scarf is lovely as always, and it is double printed on the back there. It will be removable, as is the head, but I won't be doing that because nobody needs to see a headless Tom Baker. Of course, he also comes with his lovely hat design as well. And as always, the articulation is exactly the same. And I will leave that to your surprises when you guys get this set. What I would say about this figure in particular is the paint apps, in my case anyway, are absolutely phenomenal. If we just look up the Doctor's nose there, for example. So I'm up close to the camera here. You know exactly who this is. Forget the fact that he is wearing his iconic scarf and hat. It is undeniably Tom Baker, who recently had a birthday. Happy birthday, Tom Baker. But it's absolutely fantastic. You know what? I'm going to have to go ahead one day and do a comparison video of all of the Fourth Doctor figures that they've released, because so far, this is the best. Yeah, that's a bold statement, isn't it, right there? I love this. I think it looks absolutely amazing. Now, talking of amazing, I'm going to stand you over there, Tom. Please try and stand up for the rest of the video. Thank you very much. Now, talking of amazing, of course, the grand finale. It is, of course, the K1 robot. The K1 robot, it did only feature in just the one story, Robot, but it is very, very iconic for many reasons. Of course, the first story of the Fourth Doctor's era was always going to be remembered, but also the sheer size of this thing when it blows up, when the Brigadier basically makes it just go large. I mean, oh dear, the Fourth Doctor's already fallen over. Probably had too many beers in the pub. So yeah, it's iconic, definitely. It definitely stands out as one of the better pieces from Character Options, in my opinion. It does have articulation. Again, I will leave that to you guys when you get the set, because I don't want to make this one too loose. Otherwise, it will continue to fall over in the collection. And being that he is quite top heavy, he is prone to knocking over everything on the shelf that he stands with. But I guess it's all about being a robot and destroying things. He does also come with the disintegrator gun there. It is absolutely fantastic. Now, what I am going to show you are the differences between this K1 robot, and that's not going to work like that, is it? It will grip it, but yeah. I'm going to show you the differences between this one and this one. So immediately you should see a huge difference, and not only is it that this one is equally as difficult to stand up. I'll be lucky if I get these two standing up together in a shot, but I will give it my best. There we go. A little bit wonky, but it will do. So straight away you can see the differences. The older K1 robot has the red on him here and up there as well. Of course, this one has a slightly purple colour. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the purple one is more screen accurate, so that's really, really cool. Now, something that I noticed, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people have noticed as well, if you look at the hands of the original K1 robot, you have this one here, and you also have this one here. They're both very thick hands, if you like. And if you then compare it to this one, we have the thick hand, and then we have a very thin hand. Now, is that screen accurate? Well, you guessed it, it absolutely is. So they've actually gone ahead and changed that, and I guess technically in the process they've actually ended up using less plastic, only slightly. We've got to save the world, people, and that's one way of doing it, I guess. But the disintegrator gun is exactly the same, just with a slightly different silver tone of paint. As like the new K1 robot here, we do have a slightly more metallic silver finish to the robot design, rather than the kind of, I guess, a bit bland silver painting of the old one. Now, looking at them side by side, I kind of do agree that the newest one is probably superior. But having said that, red is my favorite color, hence the background, and that kind of makes the red one stand out to me a little bit more. But I mean, if these were separated, they're going to equally look as amazing as each other, that is for sure. Difference here I've actually noticed is the visor here is kind of grainy, whereas on here it's not, and it's actually a more kind of, well, less subtle grey or silver. So there's a bit of difference there for you. But yeah, overall I think these are magnificent figures. If you haven't already got this one, which as I said was the collect and build figure, which I mean you can pull apart, I won't do it, but you know, the legs, the arms, the torso and the head all came with different figures. If you haven't already got that, then I really do recommend you track down this one, so you can say that you have a very screen accurate K1 robot within the collection of yours. If you've already got the Wave 1 K1 collect and build figure, then you may wish to pass on this set. But great, thank you very much for that. But if you do pass on this set, you will not only be passing on a kind of more screen accurate K1 robot, but you will also be passing on the Fourth Doctor, which again, in my opinion, is definitely the best one that we've had so far. So would I recommend this set to you? I absolutely would. So I'm going to go grab some blue tack, more than likely, and stick him down like this so he doesn't fall over. And it does appear that the Fourth Doctor's scarf is longer than usual because it's actually draping underneath his feet, which is, yeah, it's why not? It's Tom Baker after all. So thank you very, very much for watching this Doctor Who review. As always, it's never going to be professional on this channel. That's not what we're about. We are about having fun and just enjoying the experience of looking at these figures for the first time. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I will see you all again very, very soon for the next review, which of course is coming out very soon because B&M have just announced the latest Doctor Who action figure set, which is going to be Harrison Chase and Professor Kettlewell. Maybe not. Take care. See you later. Bye. Thank you to everyone for watching another one of my Doctor Who videos. I fucking love you all. I do want to say a massive thank you to my VIP patrons of Mark Thomas, Chris TJ, Sammy the Dalek and Ben Taylor. And also thank you so much to all of my other patrons: Cybershade1, Boston Stew, Ryan Costa, Dalek Boss, Jeff316, James Griffin, Andrew23, Third Dr. John, Tiny Tower Kid, Flawless Reactor, Time Kid 88, Cyber Daleks, Gary Humbert, Simon Taylor, Penny and Amber, Samson Cole and Bev Richards. Thank you all so much for your contributions. You guys are helping keep this channel alive.